So today I thought I'd make a little video about the journal and what I expect. There's pretty much three key elements that you're going to be doing every week. And what you'll be doing is following your text and adding key information from the chapter. Definitions, page numbers, things that you think are important as a journal to you to keep for the rest of your journey here at the university. So for instance, what I like to do and tell everyone is say, okay, week one, and I'm going to say discussion or topics of key elements of the chapter. Or you can say, discussion points. If there's a chapter, a lot of them in the weeks, I'll point out ones you should have for sure. So one of the ones I like to say, like in week one, is what's user experience? And I like to use how Norman defines it as all aspects of the user interaction with technology, innovation, and services. Now, the thing here too you want to really do is you want to say, well, where did you get that? And I like to use my Zotero account, if you guys watched that. And I brought up here my library on Zotero, and I'll cancel out just for a second. And once you have it installed, you'll see a little Z. So I came on Amazon and I found it, which is pretty cool. So, here's our book. I can see it. Now, all you got to do is once you have that, click on here and say Save using Zotero. But before I do that, I want to bring up my actual catalog again so you can see it. So I see a catalog, and I'm going to say, here's all the classes that I've been taking and things I'm working on. So I'm going to say that this is actually in Dr. Spangler's class, and we're going to put it there. So what we're going to do is I'll click on it, and then I'm going to say, okay, save to Zotero using Amazon. And you'll see it build right here, the book. You don't have to do anything. I'm hands off right now, which is pretty wild. Boom, there it goes. It dropped it right in, put all the authors in, put the names. You can click in here too if you want, and you can make a note, which is super cool, and I suggest you guys do this because you're going to save all this stuff. So new standalone note, well, yeah, okay, I want to put it in there, but I'm going to drop it inside my book that I'm working on right now. And I'm going to come back to my Word document real quick while I'm working on this. And I'm going to grab it. And I'm going to put it right into here. Boom! And I'm also going to put just at the end, I'm going to put page 12, because that's where it is. And I'll show you a citation, because it's inside this citation here is where we got that. So we'll be able to keep this. Pretty simple. Now coming back to our Word document, so we're typing here and we need to add the actual citation of where I found this. So all you have to do, and to make this just a little bit cleaner, instead of the books version, we'll add a comma there. Come to the end, come up to this little squiggly Zotero, and you're going to say add citation. Now this brings up a quick bar, but I like the old-fashioned view, a classic view, so I'll turn it over, because then I can look in my classrooms and not have to just search. Well, we know we put it in Dr. Spangler's. We'll click. Right there's the book. I'll highlight the one I want. I know it was on page 12, so I put it into page 12. Click OK, and watch. Bang! Right there inside the page, it already did my citation. Now remember this, at the end I'm going to show you something else that's cool. So there's your topics, and we'll go down the line with bullet points and say X topic. Maybe we define something else. What is an emotional thread? And you want to type in emotional thread, and then you can explain there and do the same thing. You can say, it's found on, just so you guys can use this if you want. Back to my classic view, come in, Dr. Spangler's, there's my book. I can say it's on page 14, click again so you guys can see this, boom, there's the text. But in here I describe, what is an emotional thread. You could say it's what? It's emotions are the mind, the sorrow, the joy, the anger. You can say, I like to say in this, for an emotional thread, it is the mindset of a user through expressed emotions of anger, joy, frustration, And since I already put in there where I found it, we're done. Move on to another one. So after we have this, we have this section done, you're going to do your HCI, Human-Computer Interaction Activity Assignments. And that's a weekly thing we're going to do, so I would boldface that, just so you can see it easily. come under, and you're going to put in there your idea, your concept. Remember, we were working with the pencil this week. Is what? Hard to use. Why? Because of its texture, shape, size, and what? Behavior issues, maybe? And inside there, you want to cite, as an example, and say, I don't know, Pierce ETAL 2015, and then put another quote in, and at the end put your page number, or you can do it through Zotero, which I like. And when you have this all done, you already should have this because you're posting this for your assignment, so this should just be a copy and a paste part. You want to come back here on here lastly and write reflections. This is the biggest thing that I'm most interested in. This is your key. This is the big thing for the course, and I want you guys to understand. What did you learn? What did you get out of this? What is your understanding for everything? How does this mean something to you? Maybe you say something on the lines of, I learned I can apply. User experience to designing a what? I don't know. A new interface for blind individuals? I don't know. For, how about U.S. military? Something like that. And then you want to go in here and again use your same citations and add that information. I want to be able to see that you can apply this material to this material and ultimately tell me how you can apply this to something else in your life. Maybe you say, I can change my toaster design. I don't know. By what? I want to see applied knowledge. That's where this comes in. This is the most important part of each week. And as you go through, you're done, say, okay, week 2, start the process over. Do the same thing. Make it a little larger so you can see it start. Boldface your same things. You can copy here, go boom, boom. You don't have to put it as 1. You can do it whatever you want. Or you don't have to do it like that at all. Roman numerals, you don't have to have 1. Just as long as there's a heading, I can see the differences. And that'll be good. And go the whole way through. When you're finally done, you'll turn this in at the end of the semester. I do expect you to come back by weeks 13, 14 and be adding information to this. I'm setting up the course so weeks 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 pretty much are an easy way for you to be able to go back and build in information as you learn through this. You'll be able to at some point say I can use a scientific method through qualitative studies, a focus group, or user task analysis and quote individuals or participants. I can also add clicks for a quantitative analysis for doing scientific method to help me learn how hard this is and why we should do this, or the frustrations of drawing outside the lines. So this is a whole body that you'll have, and if you take it into every class, and maybe we start up here and we put Dr. Spangler's course, HCI. Now you have a whole body for this, and you start the next one after this, and each class that you learn from, you take this with you, and by the time you get to the capstone, you can come back and reflect on these reflections and how it can be used in your reports to me once again later in life, or use this when you're citing and writing your reports, copy paste, you're done. So that's pretty easy. And when you're done, if you do this all in the Word doc using Zotero, here's the coolest thing. Come back in and you write add bibliography. So every source that you've used will come right in here, and you'll be able to put them into place, bang, all by the system itself, and you don't have to do anything besides type. You got it. Bib right there. Put it in the center, so I have all that. So it's a pretty simple situation. You can write references too if you want. whatever you want, whatever you're used to, but that goes. Put it in the center, bang, save your document, save another copy as a PDF and put me the PDF up. Or leave me the Word doc. That's fine as long as I have a copy at the end of the semester. So hopefully this helps you guys. It's pretty simple. I just want you doing the same process. Discussion points, and if I don't have anything listed, I'm expecting you to go through the chapter and find out key pieces that are really important to you. What does constraints mean? What does visibility mean? What does feedback mean with user design? What is establishing requirements? What is prototyping, evaluating? These should all be points into this top section here of the main key points. You can pretty much go through your book and understand anything that's bold-faced. You should be able to describe. What are usability goals? You should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points there on what is a usability goal. And I'll be looking for this. So essentially, you're bullet pointing out and making yourself a study guide that you'll use the rest of the time here through your university experience and journey. All right, gang. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day.